gadgets. With Ace Rent-A-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerenttown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. When you purchase a $50 gift card, you receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, The Butchery, The Bakery, and all Lincoln Good Sense Deli Fresh Subs locations. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
So what's this new concept happening at 1040 O Street? There's 93.7 The Ticket, there's The Mill Coffee and Tea, and there's Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery? Well, yeah, it's all of those things. It's a place for the community to hang out, grab a drink and a bite, and just chill, or work, or meet, or chat, or whatever you want to do. 93.7 The Ticket, The Mill Coffee and Tea, Grandma's Bake Shop, and Beatrice Bakery, all together at 1040 O Street.
Welcome in to the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska esports coach.
Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown. 98 yards and a Lambeau leap.
Here is your host, Ahman Green.
Welcome into the show. I'm your host, Ahman Green. Welcome to the Ahman Green Show. It's like redundant, but I'll say it.
You got it. It's in the name.
It's in the name. I gotta have fun with it. I'm just one of them guys, very humble. So when I hear my name speak, it's like, it's like was it nails across a chalkboard? I'm like, it sounds funny.
Yeah, everyone's got one of those.
Yeah,
I can't do the styrofoam.
Yeah. So my thing was like when I first got here. Didn't watch a whole lot of film in high school. We only did occasionally, like for big games.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got here, it was like the everyday thing. And it was like so hard for me to adjust to see myself on film.
Yeah, you were part of that era, though, where I suppose like you, what kind of film were you guys watching? You guys just rolling out the tapes where you have the storage, all the tapes back there?
Well, like.
So like Huddle took over everything.
Yeah,
now.
well,
it's so easy to watch
way
highlights
before Huddle,
or
way
film.
before Huddle, right? It was just all the good, everything, so it'd be a full practice or a full game. And on, like I said, we only watched a few games in high school when I was at between Central and North. I think North we never did watch. I think we watched film like every other Saturday after Friday night after Friday night's game. And Central was only the big games, like when we played against North or we played against Millard South, Creighton Prep. We would watch film. And like I said, watching myself, I would just like cringe at myself, like ooh.
You definitely see the plays where you're like, oh, okay, I didn't go all on
yeah,
that one.
And
then
seeing no one knows plays. As an athlete, you remember the plays you messed up on.
Like the one play you got pancaked on and you just would dying to see it.
Yep. Or the one play where I missed Dominic Lasoli on a tall power toss and I totally went right through my arms. Like, oh, man. It was funny. I ran into his daughter a couple weeks ago. And what's ironic, he's a Creighton Prep guy.
Okay.
He was an all-stater. I'm not sure if they won state that year in football, but his daughter goes to Central. That's a win.
That is a win.
That's a win. Go Eagles. But no, it was something, like I said, just being who I was as a kid and as an adult, still kind of there where I don't really talk about myself a whole lot. But now, obviously with talking, with the shows and everything, I kind of working myself way out of that mindset. Just like I gotta talk, I gotta sometimes tell people what I'm doing and what's unique about it. Being a former athlete and I'm coaching esports and teaching at the university, intro to esports and intro to sports media. So it's I'm like a unicorn, in a sense, and got to be proud of that too. So it's like a little thing that I'm always working on. I say better now since I was as a kid, because like when I was younger, you wouldn't even know I'm in the room.
Silent.
I'll be quiet. Like I had friends in high school that's like, man, we thought you were mute in high school. We thought you didn't have a tongue or something. You didn't say a word. I'm like, I didn't want to put my foot in my mouth by saying something dumb.
Now you're on radio shows all over,
all the
on
time.
podcasts.
Yep, and always saying stuff to put my foot in my mouth. Always, but I'm like, whatever. I said it. I don't care, or I do care. I'm sorry. I apologize. Stuff like that. But what's going on with you, Harrison?
It's I'm doing good. I'm getting really excited for Nebraska basketball. Obviously, we got Creighton. You got undefeated Huskers heading into Creighton this weekend at PBA. I'd imagine that place is going to be packed. It's just gonna be an interesting game, right? Because I know Creighton lost to Colorado State. They only scored 48 points. They looked rough. Yeah, and Colorado State, like they're a good team. They're not great though. So it's definitely a surprising loss for Creighton. But man, you got to think that kind of showed Creighton's weakness, right? If they're not hitting their 3-point shots with, if Baylor Shireman has an off game, if they're struggling to get Kalkbrenner involved, like they have some serious weaknesses there where, if Nebraska finds a way to beat Creighton, you might have the conversation, is Nebraska basketball ranked even? Right. Depending on how that game goes. So I'm kind of saving a lot of my energy for this weekend here. Should be super exciting. And then obviously you got volleyball, excited to see how they do in the tournament.
Yeah, finish up. Yep. When's the game on? The basketball? When is it, Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's a Saturday game. Let me double check here. I want to say Saturday. 402-464-5685. You can beat me to it, but I want to say it's Saturday. And again, Creighton at home, PBA. Again, this is the first time like undefeated heading in. And I know it's, only 7 games, but Fred Hoiberg really hasn't had that. Year one, you get an early loss. Like year two, it's like game 2, you lose to Nevada.
Right.
They've always just had these slow starts out of the gate where it feels like you can't catch that momentum early in the season. And it just kind of seems to stalwart Nebraska. Like last year, we caught the momentum down the end. Would have been great to have that early on. Okay, Sunday, 3:00. Shout out to Nebraska basketball fan. Of course, he's going to answer that one. And Augie. So yeah, Sunday, 3:00.
I might be at that game.
That's probably going to be one of the best games.
I remember I was asking you about passes the other day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna try to shoot over there. If not, I'll buy a ticket and I'll support the schools, support the cause. I was talking to the ladies in the lobby here, the bowling team.
Bowlers, yeah.
Try to get them. I got a little challenge for myself. I'm trying to go down the list because I only did a few games of other sports when I was here in school. I think I went to a couple basketball games, and I might have caught a couple track meets. That was it. So for all the sports, I don't think I even had a volleyball. I think I had one volleyball game in the old rec hall, not the Vanny. Remember the old hall, like right behind the stadium, East Stadium. I caught one game in there.
Okay.
With the ladies when they were ranked number 195 and they won that year too. And so and then this year I got volleyball day under my belt, National Volleyball Day, awesomeness. So now I looked at all the sports and went down the list, and like between now and the spring, I know I could probably hit a lot between basketball, men's and women's, bowling, and then I saw gymnastics, and obviously tracks coming up too. And in any spring sport, I'm gonna try to at least get one game in. That's my goal here for this year, and then obviously hit them all before I'm out of here.
Yeah,
coaching and everything. So that's my goal.
That's one thing I gotta do.
Support. It's all about support, and I love sports. I grew up watching literally everything. I used to growing up on the West Coast, I try to stay up late and catch rugby at 3 a.m. when we first got premium networks.
That's dedication channel. Right there. Watching 3 a.m.
I just want to see like what comes on late on past the shows, past other games, and I'm like, what is this? It looks like football. Is that first down? It's no downs. I was like trying to figure out what the heck.
So that was your first introduction to rugby? Was watching it?
3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. And I'm waking up in the morning like, Dad, I watched this sport. I think it's in Australia, and I think they're playing football, but I'm not sure. They have a ball that's shaped like ours, but it's not the same color. It's different. It's a little bit bigger. He's like, oh boy, that's rugby. You good? I'm like, okay. He said, it's just, yeah, you're right. It's like football. It's no downs. He knew the few rules of it. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right. It's like, I would do that if it was played around here, but in Los Angeles, California, now you won't.
Yeah, there's not a lot of. Is there a rugby hot pocket in the U.S.? Do we have any like states that's
I would say now
California.
Cali is from up to San Francisco all the way down to San Diego.
So I know we got a good rugby at Wayne State here in Nebraska.
Yeah,
but obviously that's not going to be
Midwest,
a powerhouse.
And then Midwest smaller colleges. I think we have a club team here.
Okay,
in Lincoln. But yeah, smaller colleges like Wayne, they'll have them. Wisconsin was everywhere. All the schools.
I can see Wisconsin being a rugby.
Illinois,
state.
Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, then West Coast, Texas, Arkansas, huge. It's a bigger thing now. And like most of the colleges, if they don't have a club team, they have a varsity team, a letter team. It's fairly new, probably since the 2010s when it got big into D1 schools, and obviously bigger over in European countries and Australia. Obviously, that's where it originated from. But yeah, it's something that, like I said, piqued my fancy. I was like, oh, I like it. And that's when I learned as a kid where I like to do different things. I like to see and experience different. So watching that was like an experience for me. I'm like, this is like football, but it's different.
Is there a sport that you never got the opportunity to play that you would love to? I know basketball's never your thing, but was there something else?
I'll say basketball was one.
Okay.
The only thing about basketball, I tell people, this was the only sport that scared me.
Yeah, you told me you're like a Dennis Rodman style.
I was like, I don't have a jumper. And I don't have handles. And those are the two things you got. You got to have one or the other.
Yeah.
You either got a jumper, you can shoot the three, or you shoot the medium shot all day, or you got skills with the ball.
Yeah.
I had neither.
That's tough because you can't bring the ball up the court and they're not going to pass it to you if you're open.
And it was all attributed to my confidence in the game. And that's what I tell my players with the esports team. Like, if you feel that you're going to not do good in the game, you're not going to do good. If you're thinking it too. Thoughts are things. My mom used to say that all the time. Thoughts are things. So me thinking that I wasn't good at basketball, but then I knew one thing, the two things I knew, I could D up people because of my football background. I got quick feet, I can move laterally, and then I could rebound. Like I remember a couple of times when I was probably like in the 7th, 8th grade, I just went to the court at my school, just go shoot on the weekend, and it's got these, teenagers look like grown men to me. I jump up, I grab a board. One of the dudes like, this little dude got some hops.
What was your vertical in high school? Do you know?
I didn't get tested till I came back here. So my sophomore year at North, I got tested. I think my first time I tested, I had a 35-inch on the first time I got tested.
Okay.
And everybody was like, what? Like, what did you just do? I'm like, what you mean? It's like, you got stupid hops, dude. I'm like, okay. I had no idea. I just knew. I figured I was just trying to grab boards, if I could dunk it, great. Cool.
So were you 35? Where'd that rank with everybody else?
You're kind of around like 35, and being a sophomore at like 5'8". I was 5'8" at the time. five maybe. I grew a lot in the last 2 years from that. So I grew. I sprouted, but 5'8" at that time, running a 4.6 40. I jumped to 35. I hit the guys in the gym was like, what the, like what? We did not see that in you at all. It was like we figured, up and down the court fast, but not jumping up. Almost grabbing the rim and everything. I was like, oh.
Makes sense why they throw you in there for triple jump at track meets them.
Yeah.
Well, they just needed some
triple,
points there.
Long. I was like, Coach, shot put though. I could do that. Push that thing out
real
there.
Quick here, we do have a text from Ryan in California. Perfect spot answering our rugby question. Rugby is growing big here in Cali now. I can second watching it late at night growing up. Valley Springs, California. So there you go. That surprises me that California is kind of the hotbed for rugby right now.
And I say it is because for a couple of reasons. One, the poly culture.
That makes sense.
Polynesian culture, Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan. That's a part of their culture is rugby. Guys like Tro Palomalo, reason why he was who he was.
Rugby player
or rugby background.
Okay.
Or just having family members playing it.
Right.
As for fun. In the neighborhoods or on their island. And so that's part of their everyday life, just like football, baseball, basketball is here for us Americans. That was their sports. And yeah, that's why. And I learned that's why he hit as hard as he hit. Like he hit me one time. I thought my whole right side was going to fall off my body.
I believe it.
That hurt.
That whole era has a bunch of dudes on that black shirt defense that I just wouldn't want to deal with.
Yeah.
I always laugh. Having Farley in here is kind of great to have that era of football, hearing him talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
twisted ankles and huddles. He's not shy about the physicality that the black shirts had.
That was any defense, period. I played defense. I played a little offense. I wasn't doing the bottom of the pile stuff that we're doing. That was black shirt guys, my teammates here. But me, I played a little defense in high school, but all defenses I encouraged something like that. Even at the pro level, I had guys kicking me in my stomach. Like, what? Like, really? Referee, you see this?
Not
like,
at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah. I'm like, come on. I say, I get up. He kicked me in my stomach. Ahman, go back to the huddle. I'm like, I'm just trying to, okay, all right. They don't want to listen to me. I'm getting beat up at the bottom of the pile.
When was the first time you actually got to the bottom of a pile and you're like, this is different? Like this like you ever have a really bad encounter?
My first encounter was in high school. So North, we came down here and played Southeast.
Okay.
And that was the first time I got punched in the gut in the bottom of the pile. I was like, oh, this is what we doing. See, when I have the helmet on, I'm a different dude. He has all my teammates there. You ask Jay that, you ask T-Far. I'm a different dude. I'm in game mode. So they lucky. Like when the dude punched me, he lucky. But I know the rules. Like, okay, I can't throw a punch. I get ejected. My team needs me. So I knew how to regulate myself. And so he punched me. I was just like, that's all right. I got you next play. I'm going to go for 80 or do something on you. I'm going to kill you, but punching me in the belly at the bottom of the pile. Extracurriculars. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where I'm okay with that part of the game, not being as physical as it was. But, we kind of talked about it that one day. We didn't dive into too much, but Tom Brady, I remember he was pretty aggressive about the NFL and the physicality today.
Oh, yeah, the differences.
Yeah. Like when you're watching the NFL today, Monday Night Football, man, I keep going to this point. There's got to be more bad NFL games than there are good ones. I'm a Bears fan. Everyone watching Monday Night Football yesterday.
That was torture.
Oh, man. 4 interceptions from Dobbs, 2 fumbles from Justin Fields. Like, if you combine their quarterback stats, they still barely got to over 300 yards.
I felt bad for him. Like, really bad. Really for Justin Fields. Because I'm thinking about just what is it? This is 5th year or 4th year in the league?
Yeah, it's going to be only his 4th year, yeah.
Yeah, he was, if not, he definitely was a Heisman candidate. First round draft pick.
Over at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Just balling.
He was at Ohio State and played at Georgia. Remember, he transferred from Georgia. Yep. Played baseball. So hearing all that, I'm like, this dude's a baller. Like, he's an athlete. He's another Pat Mahomes in the making and faster. And so now, when he got drafted, I'm thinking in my head now, only problem I knew was the fact, unfortunately, not making fun of him, but going to the Bears. I've known of their coaching staff and their administrators, GM, scouting department, not being real good. How you pass on Pat Mahomes? Okay. They passed for Pat Mahomes to draft Mitch Trubisky.
Yep.
So that tells me all the knowledge and experience they got in picking and drafting players is not good. So that told me right away. But then they get Justin Fields, and I'm like, okay, they got it right this time. They drafted somebody they needed. Then the next question, as a former player and as an athlete, is like, all right, what's the coaching like? And I kind of knew that too, because I experienced it. I was a Packer for 8 years, so I experienced playing against the Bears, and in that sense, from 2000 to 2009, I missed a couple in the middle, 2007, 2008. But from 2000 to 2009, I think they had 8 or 9 quarterbacks starting. So that told me a lot about development.
Tells me a lot. It's 2023, and we're still seeing the same problems.
Exactly.
You're talking, and this is stuff I knew too. Unfortunately,
I mean, and most fans do this, right? If you're a hardcore fan, even if you're not a hardcore Bear fan, but you're a football fan, you see this because you see the game. You see that game every year, Packers and Bears. It gets hyped up like everywhere, when it happens the week of.
Yeah, usually season opener.
Yep,
I mean,
season
this year
opener
was
or mid-season.
Packers put in some work.
Yep,
beat the Bears pretty handily.
Last game in the regular season or something. But you see the teams, and it's got the same. I mean, you gotta remember, you think about it. Okay, this is NFL talent. This is the 1%ers of the world, and you telling me this team is traditionally not going to have good quarterbacks, good offense, not good offenses. It's like, man, come on. And so that starts with me, where I go to the top. That starts with the GM, then the head coach, then the head coach, the OC, the DC, running backs coach, wide receiver, line, offensive line, running wide receivers, and defensive backs.
Yeah, I mean,
they need to really look at that development of them before they try to develop players.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you're looking at like a couple decades now of just bad football, like, yeah, that's not a player personnel thing. You can't tell me you've just been that unlucky. Like, you're not scouting properly, or up top, you're not agreeing on the same decisions. You get a guy like Justin Fields in there, you struggle to develop him. Right. You don't have the coaches. I mean, you have the guy frustrated at press conferences talking about, they're teaching me X, Y, basically
And that's
saying
his
it's coaching.
frustration.
Like
Right.
I'm relearning the entire offense, even though last year was my best season offensively.
Right.
And he comes into press conferences talking about trying to relearn stuff. I'm like, no, we need what we had last year. Like, you're playing great football down the stretch. Why are we relearning things here? Like, I get you don't want to run as much.
Yep.
You're going to want to use DJ more, but that doesn't mean take away your running game. That just means add on to it and use it as a weapon and just be more precise. Kind of like what you're seeing a lot this year. Anytime, if Mahomes decides to take off, it's always calculated, right? It's not a lot of design runs, but when he does decide,
he's smart
it's
enough.
efficient. Yeah. And that's what they need to work on with Justin Fields. Like, yeah, we want you to run, but just not every time. Work on it efficiently, and we'll call some to get you, on a quarterback run from time to time. But it just felt like they completely took it away. And now they're kind of going back to it. And it's just the development of Justin Fields has been so up and down.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. Who's the best quarterback for the Bears you've ever played? I would love to hear this answer.
Ooh. And I played again. Well, I'm on offense, so not necessarily I got to cover.
Yeah, but your defense
or
would have
them or anything
that
like
Packers
that.
defense had to deal with. Like gave you guys the most trouble.
See, during my time, there was a lot of
wasn't a lot of trouble.
There wasn't a lot of scrambling quarterbacks at that time because it would have been a scrambling quarterback. The one that did, but he was never a Bear, was Michael Vick. Seeing him on a football field when we played them his rookie year in Lambeau Field, so it was like September of 2002. And I already watched him at Valtech, so I'm like, man, this dude,
he's got wheels.
I said, I'm telling my defenders, I say, hey, bro, just stand in one spot. He'll come back to you. Don't try to chase him. You'll wear yourself out. And we had him in Lambeau Field, 12 o'clock kickoff, boy. Every D lineman and defensive end, they were like, man, he's like right there, then he's gone. I'm like, I told you. I'm like, I watched this dude in college. He is not a guy that you could just, he's going to sit in the pocket. He's not that dude. It's like, that was the change. It already started years before with, go back to the late 80s, early 90s, Randall Cunningham. But now at that time, 2002, you got Michael Vick. I'm trying to think who else was another mobile quarterback at that time. If not, it was just him. But then you go to 2007 and 2008 and 20. Then 20, I think it was about 2015. Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Yep.
You had about 3 quarterbacks in that draft, maybe 4. Robert Griffin III. He was in the same draft. Now the big change. Now you got multiple first rounders, early second, third round. Russell Wilson was a third round pick from Wisconsin because of what? His height. That obviously that's the one scouting misnomer that scouts miss.
Does that anything to do with like small hands? Do you look into that too much?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, no. I look at records and I look at stats. This dude destroyed us because that's when Nebraska got put into the Big Ten by his junior year. We came up there. I was in the stadium. I told this story in a box full of Badgers, and I'm the only Husker in there getting the business about Russell, and giving, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, we got the 5 national championships. What y'all got? So I shut them down. But watching him play still, it's like he's a baller. And regardless of height, it's like he could work it. He'll get himself open, in terms of getting out of pocket to see his receivers, still doing damage. So
speaking of short quarterbacks, what's your ceiling on Kyler Murray? Because he's kind of come back. He's been all right.
He came out of injury.
He's been all right.
Yeah, he came out of injury.
I like
him.
Been electric, but he's been good.
Yeah, I like him. I'm just making sure. It's unfortunate he had to go through the questioning.
Yeah, the gaming world. That's why he's like that kind of quarterback for you. He seems like your guy.
Right. I mean, yeah, okay. He plays Call of Duty. He plays Madden. He need to get his Madden game tight. That's what I will say. I seen him play online. I watched this Twitch channel. He got some holes.
Sloppy?
He's a little sloppy.
Okay.
A lot of Madden players are because they don't play with this the right way in Madden. So I could help him out with that, which will help out his game on the field.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you can read when you're playing NFL or when you're playing Madden, do you see those defenses correlate pretty well to what you guys saw?
Now? Yes. And since Madden, like 2015, yeah.
Do you think you could actually learn quite a bit about NFL defenses just playing Madden?
Now, yes. Like probably 10, 15 years ago, no.
Yeah, like Tecmo Bowl, you're not learning anything.
No, 20 years, 30 years ago, that's Tecmo Bowl. 30 years ago, no. You just know, and you figure, if I pick the same play, I'm a blitz.
Pretty much.
And then it don't happen like that in the league. But on Madden today, it's everything that we have as adjustments to an offense, vice versa to a defense. Same things. I remember I went to my boy's house. You might know the guy's name, Hank Basket.
Okay.
went out to stay at his house, went to a video game convention called E3. So he's like, hey, G, you can stay at my house next time you come out. I'm like, cool, we stay at the house. So I come in, I hook up I travel with my Xbox. I'm hardcore, right? Travel with my Xbox, I travel with my Nintendo Switch. I hook up the Xbox in his house. And he's like, what you playing? Because he plays on PlayStation. So I got my Xbox. I'm like, it don't matter. I'm playing my Madden. He's like, oh, okay, let's play. But before he had his kids at the house, so he had to fix dinner for his kids. And while he's fixing dinner, I'm playing. I'm like just playing a match, getting warmed up, I guess. And he hears all this clicking. Click, click, click. He's like, why is your controller clicking like that? I said, I'm making my adjustments. I'm hard flat in the corners because right now he's trying to kill me in the flats, and I'm putting the linebacker on the blitz, on the single man blitz, or I'm putting a linebacker on man coverage. Everybody else in the zone. He's like, wait a minute. That sounds like what we did. I'm like, yeah. He said, man, you can have that. I ain't playing you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play you either.
He said, I don't want none of that.
If I walk by and I hear the controller clicking that much and I'm seeing the audible hot route.
No, exactly. Hot routes. And I remember way back in the day when I was playing, I had the great opportunity to have one of the Madden pros come to my house. When they remember the Madden bus, they used to do that back in the day. So I had Big Gene, famous Madden pro. He was part of the team that came. So it was EA and ESPN sponsored the event, and he came to my house in Green Bay. You know, and I knew I was okay, but I knew I wasn't on that level.
Yeah, not at that pro level.
No, because I was playing real football, so it wasn't no time for Madden. If anything, GTA and Need for Speed, those are my games, right?
Okay,
back in
for
that
Need
time.
for Speed. Yeah.
So Need for Speed and GTA back then, that was my time put in. Madden, no. So yeah, I would get worked in Madden a little bit. I could beat my teammates though. I could beat the guys in the locker room because they would come chirping. AG, what's up? I'm like, what you mean what's up? Let's go. Anyway, so
that's what matters there. But yeah, I'm always impressed.
Dang, I forgot my story. I gotta remember it.
We were talking. The pro player came in. So
Big Gene
clicking on your controller. Didn't want it.
So Big Gene came to the house. They set up in my gaming room, and he started playing. And the same thing like Hank heard from me. I'm hearing all this click, 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 click. Every snap, pre-snap, click, 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 click. And I didn't ask the question. I just kind of looked at him, and I'm looking at his hands, and it's
with the shot clock winding down.
And I'm watching his hands, and I'm watching the screen. I'm like, oh. So I knew right away what he was doing because I knew he was working. So I was like, I'm not gonna talk. I don't know him.
He's working.
I'm just meeting him for the first time. I don't want to interrupt his game. But I was like, all right, he's adjusting hot routes. He's adjusting his offense. And then he did the same on defense. I was like, oh. I said, oh yeah, I'm far from that right now. I'm nowhere on that level.
See, that's where I think Madden's got the edge on like NBA 2K, because NBA 2K is still a little broken where you can just kind of create that player that's just going to
player stuff.
Yeah, they'll just kind of dominate. Or even if you're just playing like season, the AI, like they just don't adjust very well. Yeah. Like it's tough to sync that up to make it as realistic as possible as an NBA game.
Yeah, yeah. And what I do with that though, when people want to challenge me, like with my player stuff, which which they do all the time, but I'm like, I don't play my player.
Yeah, I like the league.
Let's play regs, and then they get all. What is it? What's the word today that kids use? Like,
we got Chris Ramsey in here, one of our new workers. Want to help us out?
What's the word when somebody gets upset at something they don't want to do? What? Pressed? Yeah.
Okay.
Very pressed because they get pressed. They're into using regular teams when they know they got a super squad of MUT or NBA 2K my player players.
Yep. Yeah,
they got all the badges.
That's where it's broken. That's where you can't. That's why I play League. And then even when you play League, like you try to throw like any unique zone out there, like those AIs won't. Yeah, they don't do you. They'll be switching off your guy. You'll be a guy topping the key, and they'll randomly want to switch.
Yeah,
and then you just got a wide open guy at the rim. They're working on it, but definitely give the Madden the edge on realism. But nonetheless, we do got to throw it to break here.
Yeah,
one more from the text line.
Pay the bills.
Bears have never had a top level QB. No one has ever had over 25 touchdown passes. They'll probably fart on the draft picks next year too. Sorry, Harrison. Yeah, that's that's just reality, but just sports at the end of the day. So we'll wrap it up here on the first segment. Ahman Green Show. Ahman Green, host as always. I'm Harrison on the ones and twos. Talk to you guys in a little bit.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Don't miss the most innovative ag technology that exists today on display in Lincoln at the Nebraska Ag Expo, the second largest indoor ag show in the U.S. December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Check out all the latest technology in row crop and livestock production, robotics, and more at the expanded Innovation Hub. Mark your calendar. That's December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Register online at NebraskaAgExpo.com to get your tickets in advance and save $5. See you in Lincoln. The Nebraska Ag Expo is sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle.
We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket studio.
Enjoy some Heavenly Waffles this Wednesday, November 29th at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street. Parking available on 11th Street or in nearby garages.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. When you purchase a $50 gift card, you receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, The Butchery, The Bakery, and all Lincoln Good Sense Deli Fresh Subs locations. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Only thing we should be talking about right now is turnovers. So what if we lose? We don't do anything else. Let's not turn the ball over. Let's see what happens if we play a clean game.
You asked earlier, how many games have they lost by 3? And it's 3 of them. And they've had 12 turnovers in those 3 games. They're minus 7 in those 3 games in the turnover department.
So that's what I mean. Turnovers, you control those. If we can control that, you can get to 6 wins and maybe set yourself up for an exciting Black Friday game against the Iowa no offense Hawkeyes.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Ahman Green Show. I'm Harrison on the 1s and 2s. Host, as always, Ahman Green in studio with me before we get to the Don't Punt Hour, which will take place after. And, of course, Outside the Box, Lincoln Stars from 8 to 9 p.m. tonight as well. So plenty of good stuff here on Ticket Weeknights. Yeah, have you been to Ice Spot? Yeah, you did a puck drop.
I did a puck drop. How they doing? How's that?
It's been a rough year for them so far. Kind of a rebuilding year. They've got some players that have been unfortunate. With a few injuries as well. So I know they're trying to get back into the mix here, but yeah, they had an electric season last year, and I think they lost some guys. They're trying to develop, kind of figure out, how to build these guys up into, close to what they were
Player
last
development.
year. Yep, it's basically what they're down to, but they definitely got the right guy in head coach Rocky Russo. Just everything you kind of know about him. All right.
Great name.
I always think
that's a
that
hockey
too.
name.
It is a hockey name, Rocky Russo.
Rocky Russo.
But yeah, he's definitely kind of got the respect of the team. It always feels like we always get to hear the players when they come in here. But yeah, definitely couldn't recommend enough Icebox games. One of my favorite things to go to here in Lincoln. It's kind of got that small environment where you got that metal ceiling, so you got a lot of that echo, that reverb going on in there.
Nice little VIP area.
One of my favorite parts is the players have to share the hallway walking into the ice.
Yep, true.
So it's
opposing team.
Yeah,
right?
the opposing and the home and opposing team.
Right.
They got to walk in and out through the same entrance.
You got to be be on your best behavior, no matter what. Win, lose, or draw. You're gonna see the person. And walking right next to him at the end of the match.
Yeah, and Bryce shouts out $2 night on December 8th. That is always a great one. You get $2 beers, and I think it's $2 hot dogs as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think it's like only a select few domestic beers last time I went to it. But yeah, that's always a great time. I can't recommend Icebox games enough. One of the best environments here in Lincoln, and you wouldn't think so, but premier USHL team right here in Lincoln. Even though this year's not that great as of now, but Rocky Russo, what he had last year, and just the immediate impact. You feel pretty good about the Stars.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then I went with a few of my players from the esports team, and Jaden in particular. Shout out to Jaden. He plays Call of Duty, team manager of the Call of Duty team, and he's also the marching band.
Okay, nice.
For the school here, and he's an avid Lincoln Stars fan. He watches a lot of hockey, and when we were just talking in between show, us being live of slang of the kids today, and so he taught me some slang that you say at hockey matches. Or stuff you do at hockey matches.
Yeah, there's
that
a few.
The fans do. And it's some hilarious things.
Like, hey, goalie, you suck. That chant, that's a great one.
It's a chant where they say, hey, goalie, you suck. That's cold. That's cold.
I experienced that. It was a USHL game.
Ironically, man, that's cold.
First USHL game. It was in Sioux City Musketeers versus the Lincoln Stars.
Right.
And we came in there hating on the Musketeers. We got I don't know why, but we just decided to go with the Lincoln Stars, and it worked out for me. I think the Stars would actually lose that game, but that was the first time I heard that chant.
Oh man, it was another one. Something about you suck, or it was a song, a chant. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 things, and
they're so funny.
It was
too.
amazing. I was like, this is straight trash talking. It's hilarious. I wish I could remember all of them. I'll get them down pat one day and then throw them at everybody in here.
I don't know what it is.
That goalie one, you suck one. It was the best one.
It's always a low scoring kind of sports that have the best chance. Like you go to soccer, you go to hockey.
Yep.
Those are always
international soccer. Oh yeah,
yeah. It's insane what they do. Like even I went to a MLS Kansas City or a Sporting KC game. They're always pretty solid year in year out, and that was an awesome environment. I think it's called the Red Hells what they have in there, and that's their
fans
that just constantly sing with the banners. Like it's one of those things where I'm like, I wish we could somehow find a way to incorporate that in like football or basketball.
Yeah,
just have those long chants going.
Some stadiums got it. Like some fans, college and pro, have that. I know Texas A&M, they got the 12th man.
Yeah.
They practice during the week before kickoff. Where everybody fills the stands of whatever the home field stadium side of the stadium is, and they rehearse their chants and songs they sing during the game when the Aggies play at home in College Station.
I can see that one. Okay, so maybe I gotta rephrase it. There's definitely some.
It's some. And like rugby, it's that sport too.
Yep,
the rugby fans, they go hard in the paint. And then the cool thing, I had a very special opportunity back in 2002, where I got invited. So in high school, the year I graduated, and Coach Osborne, he didn't want me to go, he didn't want me to play because it was a football tournament that I fundraised for called the Down Under Bowl. And it was, I'm not sure if it's still going. If it is still going, somebody put it in the chat. If not, it was a really cool event that for high school athletes of all sports could fundraise for your plane ticket, room and board to pay for your flight down to Australia. And that was a game changer for me because I grew up, I was a Crocodile Dundee fan. This is not a knife. This is a knife. Like I grew up watching the movies. And so when I found out, when I got to Central, I was like, get on. I said, Mom, I brought the paper home. Mom, look what I could do. I could fundraise. And they were like, you want to do it? I'm like, heck yeah, let's do it. And so me and my dad, my mom got on it. She started calling on her friends and family members. And anyway, long story short, it got me down there. And I was like, okay.
What was Australia like? Were you scared of anything? All the poisonous stuff going on down there? That's always one reason I wouldn't.
That's
want
only
to
in
go
the
there.
Outback. Now, if we were going to the
out
Outback,
west,
out in the Outback, which is like from Sydney and Melbourne and Cairns, it's from their coast you go west into the desert, and so no, we weren't nowhere there. We're in the city.
So in the city though, that's like you're not seeing massive spiders in your bathrooms.
I don't know. I didn't.
Like that's what I'm talking about.
I
didn't. Be terrified to go there.
But no. But probably to the families we stayed with, possibly.
Yeah, like I could deal with like maybe the spiders, but it'd be more like the snakes and scorpions and everything else out there.
Yeah, they got
they got those crazy birds. I forget the name of the birds, but they got the vicious bird. Like it's known
vulture, not the vulture.
It kind of looks like a vulture, but it's a big, tall bird. It's got massive claws on it, and it's
you could probably find out.
Yeah, I'm sure the text line could help us out. We do have one from Joseph, of course. The chant: he shoots, he scores. Hey goalie, you suck. That is the chant.
Boom. And so where I was getting to in I get sidetracked. What I was getting to with the Australian story was the fact that
that'd be it.
What is it?
Cassowary. Cassowary. Yeah, that's one for fun research. If you ever want to do some research on most deadly bird.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Cassowary.
Yeah, their beaks will like basically could split your head in half.
Yep, and their claws, they'll claw.
Their beak is like that strong and thick. And so where I was going with this Australian story, once I finally could get to the end, was I went, they did like a parade thing for all the high school age teams that were there from America. And it was pretty much every state was down there, was represented in some sport or cheerleading competition that they had: football, baseball, basketball, track, baseball, everything.
That's awesome.
And found out, when I go down there in 2002, me and my wife, we get invited. We do the little parade, but then we get invited to a rugby game. And I'm like, yes, I want to go. I got to see this in person. And I'm watching the game. The game fans are, like you said, talking for a while, got their song going at it. Then the coolest thing at the end of the game, I got a chance to go in one of the locker rooms and meet some of the players. And I'm like right at the door talking to like one of the players, and we're just talking, comparing my football, American football to rugby and all that. Then all of a sudden I see all these fans coming in the locker room. So the fans from the stands basically go with the players. They just fresh out the shower. They walk to the next pub over and start drinking together.
That's incredible.
The fans.
How would you like that if you're at Green Bay after a big win? Say you beat the Bears, unfortunately for me, but what would that be like? Would that be a fun experience to have like that'd be a lot of fans, but
I've
to organize it.
Yeah, I've been in a few situations like that. It's been close to that, and it's hilarious. I mean, from the requests I get from fans, like the one request I think I mentioned it to you where fans want me to hit them like a
Yeah,
linebacker.
that's always
They want me to run
my
them.
mind.
I was like, bro, you do not want me to hit you. And this is like now.
Yeah.
You know, this is like within the last 5 years, but I'm still, you know, it's just muscle memory kicks in. I'm like, you don't want that smoke. That's what I told him. You don't want that smoke. I said, you got insurance? He's like, yeah. Talk to your insurance guy before you call me up again to ask me to run you over so you could get the feeling of how it feels to get run over by an NFL running back. I'm like, why is that a thing? Why do you want that? I was like, I'm a fan of Michael Jordan. I don't want him to dunk on me.
Yeah. And we talked about before. Yeah, because remember, we're talking about the UFC fighters like with Francis Ngannou. Where that guy, you know, had him punch him in the groin region just for fun. It's like, and I think if Francis, I think he even made him sign a waiver just to be sure.
Right. I would make you sign all type of paperwork.
Yeah, there might be some health precautions here. You know, Francis Ngannou, guy who just went to the wire with Tyson Fury, one of the best boxers of all time. Obviously, that would be hindsight 2020, but you got to know the kind of power that guy has.
Is there a doctor in the building? Like,
yeah,
nah, bro.
You would need one on the spot immediately. But nonetheless, we got to throw it to break here. And again, you guys can always join the show. You've been great so far. 402-464-5685. I'm Harrison on the ones and twos. Host is always Ahman Green in studio with me. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies, be a little breezy at times, those winds down to the southwest. Otherwise, we'll see a high of around 47. Tonight, we'll see clear skies with an overnight low around 24. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies do return. We'll see an afternoon high around 52. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back
here.
in.
Yes, indeed.
Final segment of the Ahman Green Show. Ahman Green, host as always. And again, if you guys want to join the show here, any last comments, 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line. And we got about a few minutes left here. Ahman Green, where do you want to go with it? Curious about esports. We can always wrap up that one as well, give the update on them. And we can always keep talking about hockey. You know how to skate?
No.
Okay.
I know how to go. I just don't know how to stop.
Yeah, that's a big one. You need that
stopping
hockey
is the
stuff.
problem with me. I know how to get going. I know how to put them on, get on the ice, and I could go.
Can you get the crossover?
No.
Were you putting foot over the other foot to turn faster?
Nope.
Okay.
I would have to get really in rhythm. My neighbor in Wisconsin, being in Wisconsin, he would build out a hockey rink for his kids. He had like a whole bunch of boys. He had like 5 or 6 boys that all play hockey and a few daughters. And they all learned how to skate on their ice rink that they put out in the neighborhood. And everybody in the neighborhood would use it. So, of course, my first year in the neighborhood, I went to the Dick's Sporting Goods and got me, did some research on hockey skates and what's the best brands out there. And I found Nike Bowers. Got the Bowers on. Still got them. I think I brought them here with me here to Lincoln. So, got a nice pair of size 12 Bowers. When I got on that ice the first time, I was like, okay.
It's like one of the most uncomfortable feelings when you first get on.
I wasn't really scared. I was just like, okay, how do I stop? Because I was like, I could go. Because, it's like running. You just start. Then it's like, okay. I don't have anti-lock brakes. I can't just run into the wall every time. I said, now I know I seen a movie where somebody, that's all they did to stop was running into the wall. Was it Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
It was one of the players. Yeah, he just run into the wall. I was like, I can't do that. That's detrimental to my health.
Yeah.
I can't keep running the wall to slow down. So yeah, that's
always my favorite. I love teaching people like to skate for the first time because they want to use that walker. And I'm like, get rid of that. You gotta, unless you're a kid, I'm like, you gotta fall and that's how you're gonna learn. Like that's you just gotta keep doing it until you figure it out. Figure out that balance. Cause like what I realize is like you teach people to use that walker. As soon as that walker's gone, they're used to having their weight.
They're panicking. Leaning forward. Right.
Yeah. And then as soon as you take it away from them, it's like they're all their weight and they fall even more.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point. Yeah, you gotta learn the natural balance of everything. Just like riding a skateboard. That's what I'm doing with my one wheel. I got one of those rolling around Lincoln.
I saw like 3 of those today.
Yeah, they all stay like most of the neighbors or the condominiums just south of here. They is mostly residents have the one wheel.
So what's that called again?
A one wheel.
Oh, it's literally called a one wheel.
Yeah, one wheel,
All right.
basically.
So if you see a one wheel, it could be
Not
Ahman
genius.
Green out there.
Yeah, not genius on the creation of the name.
Maybe it is
Real
genius
simple.
because
Yeah, true.
you look at it and you can probably take a guess. One wheel.
One wheel. There you go. But no, being real careful on that. I make sure I respect the one wheel. So
is it easy to like trying to think of the word here, buck off that pretty easy? Like it's got a wide tire, so I'd imagine there's not like rocks gonna throw it off, but is it ever jolt?
Oh no. It actually good traction. Nothing stops it. When I come to a stop, I just bail. I don't try to, because it's a way, it's like this fancy way that you kind of rock it back and forth and then like kickstand it real fast with your legs. And right now it ain't working out for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just bailing.
Just bail off.
As soon as I get to the door right here, I just jump off. I'm not
where you need to be.
Because what that thing will do, the wheel is still has speed on it and it'll take off the other way. And I don't want to be split in half. Like we're talking about that bird from Australia there. So.
The cassowary, yeah.
But no, the esports team, we got Overwatch. They got Scrim this Friday, and they got. I'm looking at the schedule. I looked at it already, and it looks like right now this might be kind of since it's finals everywhere. In a semester coming up. Next week is dead week, and then week after that's finals. I think the league kind of is on pause right now.
That makes sense. Yeah,
I'm looking at game from Overwatch 2, and there's no matches. Nothing was played yesterday, and I'm assuming same thing for tonight with I think tonight's Rocket League. Tomorrow is Super Smash Brothers, and then Thursday is Valorant. Don't see nothing. So I think everything's just on pause because it's the first time of this league, and so obviously kids are probably realizing, hey, I got to hit the books.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's something where it's still new to the esports space. I remember my first couple of years at Lakeland when it came down to finals time, and then we still had matches. We made the playoffs in a few games. And I'm like, look, you still got practice. I know you got to stay for your finals, but that's the life of an athlete.
Yeah.
Student athlete, that's what we had to put up with. We are dead tired from practice, but then we got to stay up late to study for a final or a group project or whatever. Welcome to my world of what I went through as a college athlete. So they were like, right. Oh man, coach. I'm like, yeah, no, oh man, nothing. We got a Valorant game this week. Or this is a playoff game, Madden playoffs. This is playoffs. Don't be messing around. So yeah, just something that is still, being learned by players, and they understand it. I say the ones here definitely respected. A lot of players on all the squads, I believe, all passing their classes 3.0s and up.
Oh, that's great.
And good luck to them. They got, like I said, scrims on Friday for Overwatch 2. And I'll look in the Discord, have some stuff on what we're doing for tomorrow night too. See what we got going on, because there's a lot of chit chat, and I can't keep up with all that. I'm old. Remember, I'm still old. So.
In Discord, you probably got at least a few hundred messages at the end of every single day. That's gonna take a lot.
I gotta try to decipher through 5 different channels between the coaching channel and staff and faculty channel, social media channel. And then each game's Discord, Overwatch 2, Valorant, Smash, Rocket League.
Absolutely. We got to wrap up here, though.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm still talking.
Up next.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentor